I was a rotten disassociated girl with a slightly dysfunctional family. I stay stuck at home, in a messy room, not liking my appearance, or where my future is going. But I had my back no matter how emotionally unavailable I was for myself, because I was out here being my own therapist, journaling constantly, doing shadow work, letting myself laugh or cry if I felt like it, and fed my curiosity, learning a lot about the psychological, scientific, emotional and spiritual aspects of everything. I had my back, so I transferred school, worked on my self-concept, and ended up with multiple supportive friend groups and expansive support systems that complement me every single day. I would play only music or subliminals, preferably with music, and daydream about being a star girl. I would pretend that all these sweet romantic love songs were talking about me, and replay scenarios in my head with my desired appearance. I took 30-minute shower at home because I was finger combing my hair, assuming that opening my bathroom door would suddenly be a hotel room in a tropic beach resort, or the tall skyscrapers of Dubai. I was finding channels and re-editing my YouTube algorithm to be all about beauty, travel vlogs, and success stories now, and I would click on exotic street smarts YouTube videos about how to navigate life as a pretty girl with many privileges and success, as if I was already that pretty girl, because the only thing that mattered was my self-concept. I was making shopping lists and asking ChatGPT about scents and product recommendations. I was going on Pinterest and Tumblr, searching for success stories and images of big cities and tropical nature environments. I was trying to run the treadmill for at least 1 hour a day. When I talked to people, I used so much facial expressions. I was always smiling, squinting my eyes, widening my eyes, nodding, never breaking eye contact, and just having so much fun in conversations and felt so many things. I made sure I talked to myself in a way that was as carefree as possible. I don't put effort into manifestation and didn't really ignore the 3D and persist on something else, but I was making life as unserious as possible until it was funny, that I remembered I was in control again. I was letting myself be as free as possible. I was cracking jokes, laughing at many jokes, and let myself have crushes on people. Heck yes, I was out here getting all giddy and excited every time I saw my crush in my manifested dream school, but never bounced it back on myself until I became self-conscious or unsure. Honestly, I had fleeting moments like that, but I did not allow it to recode my reality. If I felt like it, I'd approach him just to feel his presence and let myself be giddy. I would tell myself that I was grateful he would be there, and would always remember faded moments where I just always somehow found myself back to him. There was a time my class was dismissed 15 minutes early. So I peeked at my crush's classroom door to see them all busy. I didn't care, I skipped alone in the hallways down the stairs, singing "Hey Lover," and suddenly, he was walking beside me? I let myself have rose-colored glasses. I was trying to make my mind and life feel as beautiful as possible and tried to make myself feel pretty as possible. I always tried to play through the most mundane moments, especially with my best friends, and would make inside jokes with myself because happiness mattered. Sounds like a hassle, right? No. It was all natural and so much fun, honestly. I had a lot of moments where I was down again, but I kept going, 'cause I had my back. I manifested my current work and lifestyle. 2 years ago I always imagined that I will stop having a 9-to-5 job, and will have the freedom to earn enough income to enjoy and have time with my family. For context, I used to work at a bank as a banking and investment advisor. I initially loved it as I was doing well, and loved the bonus that comes with it. However, when we moved outside the city, I started hating the drive and traffic through and from work. Slowly, I started disliking my job at the bank with the hours I put in, and getting home late after traffic. I started imagining during the day and before sleeping, that I will one day stop having a 9-to-5 job, and have more time with my wife before we start having a baby and not be out at 7 a.m. and be home at 8 p.m. Fast forward 2 years after, I now work from home and earning more than my previous 9-to-5 job. We also now have our first baby, and I was able to accompany my wife throughout her pregnancy and be at home with her with our baby. We now go out whenever we want, or eat out whenever we feel like, without worrying about work schedule or taking vacations on the spot without asking anyone for vacation approval. About a year ago, I went through a brutal night of the soul and felt trapped by my 3D. I started affirming my desires, every negative thought got checked, and I told myself what I knew to be true: I was powerful, I create my own reality, and that all is mine. This sounds simple, but it was very hard. Crying every day, praying, doubting and healing. I wasn't always consistent, but I stuck to it. I refused to let myself down, I refused to turn back on myself, and slowly things got better. I went from 23 cents in my checking account, to thousands every month. Writing this feels weird, because I don't even know how I got to this point. I never believed in any of this before and was a pessimist skeptic, but when you are literally at rock bottom, there's an even lower bottom that you still have to climb out of. Looking back, I don't even know how I made it. It's literally a miracle. If you are thinking of giving up, don't. Just know you deserve all your desires and you will manifest them. I've always struggled with a negative mindset. Low self-esteem, really bad luck with dating, guys playing me when I was genuine, etc. My dad, who was my best friend, passed away when I was 17, he died in front of me, trauma, nearly dropping out of uni, being late in getting a career, never had a boyfriend, etc. As 2025 entered, I suddenly realized how I've landed my dream job through a lot of hard work, as well as wishing for and visualizing it before I got it. I really manifested it, and I'm surrounded by amazing positive co-workers and bosses, and I get to help people in society every day with meaningful work and like-minded individuals. I'm getting a promotion because I am finally in the correct place for me. The guys I dated who did me wrong, were not good people, or not right for me, and I would have never been happy with them. They got weeded out, even though I didn't want them gone at the time. I am so grateful they were blocked from holding me back in life. I still don't have the romantic love piece, but there is someone at work who I don't really know, but feel a strong affection towards. I am manifesting him to be in my life in some way, even as a friend. I am realizing how everything has worked out for me, despite it feeling like it never did. I look back and see how things have changed, such as how I went to my dream uni and had to drop out 3 times due to depression, but always prevailed and got back in, and graduated against all odds. I got to live there and have the experience I wanted, when many others got rejected. Everything has worked out for my highest good, and I am so happy and grateful. The moment this clicked was last night, when I was at my reformer Pilates class. I thought I was physically weak my whole life. Struggling at the gym. Been taking these challenging Pilates classes for 5 weeks, and struggled hard at the beginning, but now it's easy as pie. I saw how advanced I've become, at something I didn't think I could do. The teacher was telling the class how much we've improved and how we carry ourselves differently now, and how this exercise is about challenging limiting beliefs both physically and mentally. This was the moment things really clicked for me, that I was stronger than I knew all along, and how much resilience and strength I have built in life. I've had so many bad years, but I finally feel confident, and at peace, in 2025. Back in 2019, I had the opportunity to study abroad to Barbados, which I was really excited for. I researched everything about it, the different towns, watched YouTube videos, got excited, etc. But when 2020 came around and COVID-19 started, it ruined my chances of going to Barbados. Also around this time, I had a best friend who was from Nepal. She would travel there periodically and would tell me about her trip. I wanted to go there so bad and would tell her that I was gonna go with her one day, but we stopped being friends and the idea of traveling to Nepal took the back seat. With all that said, I've always had very high hopes for myself. I always felt deep down that good things were gonna come to me and I was going to have a great life. I think this is the #1 key to manifesting. By first realizing that all of this is a dream and becoming lucid in the stream. Fast forward 2021, I was single after a really harsh breakup. But I always wanted to be a wife and a mom. Becoming those two things is what brings me the most excitement, so I did a journaling technique by writing my husband in the middle of the page, then writing down all the things I want in a husband around the page. I wrote down everything, even the physical parts, and my husband who I met in 2022 is everything I wrote in the book. Oh, and he also took me to Barbados and Nepal in the span of 2 years. I also manifested going to a Beyoncé concert and a Kiss concert. My two favorite artists. Kiss was doing their last concert ever and I honestly thought I would never see them. Well, surprise, my husband took me to see them last chance ever. And I feel like I've been manifesting Beyoncé my entire life, dancing to her music, keeping up with her work, and loving her music for all of these years. On Christmas Eve, SB and I had a messy fight that led to a breakup. We both hurt each other. He lied to me about something, and I said a nasty comment that he couldn't tolerate and broke things off. I immediately started manifesting him back, just through visualizing and affirming, but no dice. I've been going back and forth about apologizing to him, but I felt a lot of resistance, like I wanted to apologize but I also didn't. On January 8th, I sat down and decided to face my feelings. I journaled for a long time to work through my feelings. I accepted that apologizing might not lead to reconciliation, and decided to apologize just to take accountability, give him the apology that he didn't get in the moment, and for closure for myself. After I finished journaling, I felt so light and free. I felt no more resistance towards apologizing to him and I started working on writing my apology. And not even 24 hours after I got peace within myself, he messages me out of the blue. I didn't even send my apology yet. I just know that I got my desire when I was in the right frequency to receive it, the timing was just right. So if you aren't getting your manifestation yet, please don't give up. Keep persisting and trust divine timing.